My name is Kayle and I'm from Davis County, Iowa. I belong to the Sheep Quest Eagles 4-H Club, and I like to create. So I had an idea. My idea was to take copper wire, and make little trees like this. Now, these two are just my prototypes, so if they look a little droopy, I'm sorry. This is a willow tree, and this is a birch tree. Alright, so the copper wire is found in strips of an electrical cord like this, or an old extension cord like this. Alright, so you use these tools called wire strippers, and you strip your piece of wire to get the inner part that looks like this. It's going to take a lot of these and a lot of time, and I suggest you wear gloves because otherwise your fingers get all cut up. And you twist till you get the trunk of your tree. Now, when you get the trunk of your tree, you're going to have to untwist a little ways and create branches. On the end of your branches, you twist in little glass beads. Mine came from Walmart. You can get them wherever you can find them. Alright. Okay, so once you get the beads on here, you can make as long or short of branches as you want. You can use longer branches for a willow tree and shorter branches for any other type of tree. Then you go out in a field or out around the road somewhere and you find rocks. There's smooth rocks, there's very strange looking rocks, and jagged rocks. Now, in order to get jagged rocks, I find big rocks that I have to haul up a hill, and then I use a hammer, and I hit them over and over and over again on a concrete pad to get rocks that look like this. Now, rocks can be very deceiving. There are all sorts of different kinds of rocks, like this that has a bit of quartz on the inside. But most of what I find is limestone. Now, okay, you untwist the bottom of your rock like you did for the top for branches. Except for this time, you twist it into two big sections. This, you anchor around your rock. But the tricky part is knowing exactly how long to make your roots. Because if they're too short, your tree is going to fall over because it doesn't have any support. And if they're too long, you're going to have a bunch of extra root on the underside, and that's not going to help you at all. So it might take a couple tries. It took me probably 6. And this is what your completed tree should look like. Now, I started making these trees because my mother has a tree theme in her office, and they really kind of make a cute little paperweight. So my poster here tells some more information on other copper art. This is a cricket someone made out of copper that you find in electrical wiring. Electrical wiring copper is a little bit thicker and harder, so it's easier to form into shapes that stay in the same shape. This is a bird, and this is a dragon. Now, this is my favorite because I love dragons. Alright, so over here, it talks about the rocks I find. 95% of what I find is shale, a rock made by the compression of dirt. Shale can be green, red, brown, or blue. Pretty much all the colors of all the rocks. And many rocks in Iowa were deposited here by glaciers. That's why so much of it is compressed. All of these rocks can be found in ditches and along the gravel road after a rain. Okay. So now you can see why copper art is more than just furthering the flow of electricity. In conclusion to my project, that is the conclusion to my project. Are there any questions? Yes? Well, I thought I had found it by myself. I had seen other items, little necklaces and other magazines with things sort of like it in it. But I found out on the trip to South Dakota that my idea wasn't original. Any other questions?
You mentioned that you were inspired to make some for your mother's office. Are there any other reasons you made some of the copper trees?
The question was, is there any other reasons I've made copper trees? Yes, there are a couple. I've given some to teachers as end of the school presents. Any more questions? Thank you.